Good Friday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And boy, it was socked in, wasn't it, all afternoon? This was a shot from earlier today. Looking down from Badger Mountain to the Old Station area, you can see Stamilt and the Otobashan Bridge there in the middle of your screen, and not much of the hills around Wenatchee in sight today. The clouds very low after some snow late yesterday afternoon into last night, a little bit of rain shower activity as well. But that was our situation today. And for the weekend, yeah, it's the weekend now. Cooler temperatures on tap for us, mainly in the upper 30s to about 40 degrees. I think tomorrow here anyway, we'll jump into probably the middle 40s, but then cooler on Sunday. We will see some chance for some snow showers in the mountains. That will diminish late tonight and then kick up again on Sunday. Will be cool enough for light snow accumulations on those mountain passes. But as I mentioned, it looks now, though, that most of Saturday, or all of Saturday and most of Sunday, pretty good travel weather. Your complete forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Grant County Sheriff's official gives thanks to those who rallied to help University of Washington band members after their charter bus flipped over outside of George late yesterday afternoon. The robust economy in Chelan and Douglas counties continued in October with an unemployment rate of 3.8% for the month. And Old Man Winter has arrived in north central Washington with the first significant snowfall hitting the Cascades overnight. But first, we begin tonight. There were no serious injuries last night when a charter bus carrying members of the University of Washington marching band crashed on its way to Pullman for today's Apple Cup game against Washington State University. Trooper John Bryant said the bus driver lost control of the bus on an icy stretch of Interstate 90. That was about 7 miles west of George. The vehicle rolled over into a ditch. The bus was carrying 56 passengers, with 47 of them transported to area hospitals for evaluation. Of those 47, 2 remain under medical care for non-life-threatening injuries. The remaining band members were sheltered at George Elementary School for the night. In a statement this morning, the university said the marching band would not continue on to Pullman for the Apple Cup tonight. The Husky Marching Band is like a family, and we do everything together, said Director of Athletic Bands Brad McDavid. Well, a Grant County Sheriff's official gives thanks to those who rallied to help University of Washington band members yesterday after their bus did flip outside of George. Kyle Foreman says the support was overwhelming.
A lot of people came together. They came to George Elementary School, where we were temporarily housing the band and other members of the University of Washington staff. They brought food, they brought comfort, they brought good thoughts, they brought prayers, and certainly the Husky Band felt all those and really appreciated them. So I wanted to mention that and say thank you to everyone who stepped up last night, came away from their families' Thanksgiving tables, and gave some warmth and love to strangers last night. It was more than we could have ever imagined. The band director, Mr. Brad McDavid, he was fantastic. He really held together the University of Washington band and all the staff members while at the school, organized their transportation, their lodging for overnight, tracked down where the injured students went to, and got all that information together for families. So he did a tremendous job, as well as the whole University of Washington staff.
UW Athletic Director Jennifer Cohen also commended the band director for his leadership during the incident. Cohen also expressed hers and the school's gratitude to the people of Grant County, especially the first responders, Quincy School District, and the George Elementary for their help. Well, the robust economy in Chelan and Douglas counties continued in October with an unemployment rate of 3.8% for the month. That's down from 3.9% compared to a year ago, according to the State Employment Security Department. Once again, that figure is the lowest in month-to-month comparison since electronic records were implemented by the agency back in 1990. The total number of non-farm jobs rose by 900 between October of 2017 and 18, while the number of workers grew by 2,191. The construction industry also added 300 jobs from October of 2017 to October of 2018. Well, Old Man Winter has arrived in north central Washington with the first significant snowfall hitting the Cascades overnight.
If you're headed into the mountains, go prepared. Traction tire requirements were posted on both Stevens and Snoqualmie passes as holiday travel slowed to a crawl last night. Business at area tire stores was busy this morning. Motorists making the switch to snow or studded tires. The DOT warns motorists that the next storm is expected to bring heavy snow over the passes tonight, with the dusting at the lower elevations also possible. Steve Hare, NCWLife News.
Traction tire requirements were posted on both Stevens and Snoqualmie passes as holiday travel slowed to a crawl. Business at area tire stores was busy this morning as motorists make the switch to snow or studded tires. The DOT warns motorists that the next storm is expected to bring heavy snow over the passes. That could be tonight, with the dusting at the lower elevations also possible. Coming up next, if you're interested in serving on the Wenatchee School Board, you have until January 2nd to submit your application. Wenatchee Valley College will celebrate the 50th anniversary of its OMAC campus November 30th with a pair of events. And a decades-long tradition continues in Wenatchee with the start of the annual Christmas tree sale at Morris Little League Park. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLife Evening News.
Sir, I pulled you over today to ask you one thing. Is it true that Apple Valley Honda has a free lifetime warranty on every new Honda?
Officer, I'm glad you asked. Our lifetime warranty comes free on all of our new Hondas. That means you won't have to pay a dime for any major expenses. That could save you thousands. And no, you do not have to service with us. It's a great peace of mind, officer.
Wow, my wife and I have wanted the new Accord. We'll see you this weekend.
Hey everyone, so today I'm tackling Medical Assistant Ninja, trying to get that next level career. Man, this dead-end job is holding me back. Decision time, I'm going charter college. Now I'm a medical assistant student. Rocking it! Yeah, earned the President's Award. Score! Took my career to the next level. Hey, I can level up to Medical Assistant Ninja, so can you. Get on it.
Dear Merry Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Merry Maids.
Welcome back. In another news, if you're interested in serving on the Wenatchee School Board, you have until January 2nd to submit your application. The board expects to select a replacement January 8th for Dr. Walter S. Newman, who announced this month he was stepping down. The person selected as his replacement will serve until November of 2019, when an election for the seat will be held. Applications for the position are available on the district's website at wenatcheeschools.org or at the district office located at 235 Sunset Avenue. Wenatchee Valley College will celebrate the 50th anniversary of its OMAC campus November 30th with a pair of events, both at Hazel Allen Burnett Hall. First, there will be an open house from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a short presentation on the history of the campus. That's at noon. In the evening from 6 to 8, there will be a Native Heritage event, including guest speakers, dinner, and a screening of False Promises, the Lost Land of the Wenatchee. A decades-long tradition continues in Wenatchee with the start of the annual Christmas tree sale at Morris Little League Park. Wenatchee Exchange Club members were out early in the day after Thanksgiving offloading over 400 evergreens that were trucked here from Oregon. For them, this is the biggest fundraiser of the year. NCWLife's Steve Hare talked with two of them. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best. Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you.
Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Today marked the start of the 2018 Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. NCW Life's Eric Granstrom brought the kickoff live to the NCW Life channel from Wenatchee's Hooked on Toys.
Well, today was the kickoff for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, the second annual event here at Hooked on Toys at 1444 North Wenatchee Avenue. Les Schwab's here, Hooked on Toys here, and we had representatives from each of the organizations that are going to help us get the toys to the kids here in the Wenatchee Valley.
Since Les Schwab's founding, he always wanted our stores to be involved with our communities. And this is part of our way of giving back to our community in which we work.
Just Serve Wenatchee Valley. What are we talking about this year, Tom?
Well, our program, we adopt about 80 families to bring them into our Glory of Christmas program, and that will represent somewhere around 200 children from those, and it's anywhere from infants all the way up through. We actually go up through 18. We typically will give gift cards or something for some of those older kids, but that age range is in there. And then in addition to that, the week following our program, we have a program on the 13th and 14th of December, and that week following then we also have an open center where families can come in and receive toys for their kids. So we will make available for probably 300 to 350 children this year, somewhere in that range.
You know, we came in very late last year, and we just actually came in and wanted to help. You know, we wanted to help sort toys, we wanted to get the word out. And we were blessed to be able to provide a whole lot of wonderful gifts for kids last year. And we're hoping to be able to do it this year. But most of all, we really just want to make sure that everybody in our community knows that there is this great organization that, you know, that Hooked on Toys and Les Schwab have put together this great program for kids.
How many kids are we talking about this holiday season right now that we know of?
We're talking about 35, and that number will be growing very soon. I'm hoping next week.
Okay.
We're hoping to get more families off the street and out of their cars, as it is very cold.
This time of year, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, when we first started this, Brett came to my office and said, you know, how do people do this? Because we did the Christmas Sock Project. I said, first off, you will be amazed. the amount of giving that comes from our community. It's getting the word out there and getting the need out there, and then they just show up. And I remember the last day of the toy drive last year, and a huge amount of giving. People poured out of Hooked on Toys to give to the kids. And yeah, it just blows me away. It blows me away that that we have as many volunteers that work with these kids, and that every year people want to help.
So it was a great kickoff on this Black Friday for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive here at Hooked on Toys. Reporting live, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel.
And by the way, if you are wondering what to buy and where to drop off the toys for the Les Schwab Toy Drive, just go to the Les Schwab Toy Drive fundraiser, and it's on the Facebook page, and you can find out all that information. Let's change gears now, switch gears, and talk about North Central Washington weather. But before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our weather window this afternoon. Yeah, low clouds. We saw plenty of fog and some snow did fall around the area this afternoon. Remember, we still had a 60% chance for snow throughout the day. That will diminish tonight, but some snow falling as we speak. Temperature-wise, it really didn't go up that much today, mainly because the heavy cloud deck stayed over top of us so long. 36 our high temperature today. That's down 4 degrees from where we should be this time of year at 40. 31 our overnight low, just slightly above our normal at 29. 64 our record high back in 1959. And there's that 1985. It was a brutal year. 5 below zero, our record cold temperature back in 1985. We have picked up 12 1/100ths of an inch of precipitation. Most of that was last night. We did pick up a little bit in our overnight hours, but that's the total from the storm system, which now takes us to 5.88 inches for the year. Sunrise this morning was at 7:17, and the sunset this afternoon at 4:17. Now let's show you what you can expect as we move into this Thanksgiving weekend. Many of you traveling, especially on Sunday. Tomorrow, probably our best day that we'll see over the next probably 5 to 6 days. Sunny, dry, and warmer. You can see clear skies all over Washington State. You folks heading home from the Apple Cup tonight, tomorrow, it should be great travel weather. Sunday should be good for the most part, too. I know many Thanksgiving travelers will be traveling on Sunday. This is our situation at 10 o'clock Sunday night, so really not too bad. We do have a 30% chance of snow, especially if you're heading over the passes to the west side of the mountains. By Monday morning, our next shot of precipitation moves in. Look at this large circulation around that area of low pressure, and that will continue to drive moisture right into north central Washington. 70% chance of rain Monday morning. By 6 o'clock on Monday, still a 70% chance as this system slowly moves through the state. I think we'll mainly see a mix of rain and snow here in the Wenatchee area on Monday. As we wake up Tuesday morning, maybe some more rain-snow mix. A 70% chance of rain in the morning on Tuesday, and then mostly cloudy skies later on Tuesday as that system moves through. Wednesday, once again, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and a 30% chance of mainly just scattered showers around Washington State. As that moves through and looking past even Wednesday, more wet weather for Thursday and once again into Friday of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight, we'll drop down to 30 degrees for an overnight low. Tomorrow should be beautiful, sunny and warmer. 44 our high temperature for Saturday, and then we'll drop down a bit as cold Canadian air moves down. Partly cloudy, a 30% chance of snow. That will be in our evening hours on Sunday, and then a good shot for rain mixed with snow and even some all rain from Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. 37 our high on Monday, 43 for Tuesday, mostly cloudy, and 41 for Wednesday, and pretty much the same thing for Thursday. Cloudy skies, a 30% chance for rain mixed with snow, and a high temperature then of 41. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Just as the cool mornings and evenings are returning to our valley, Carrier and Alpine Air are offering best-in-class rebates and promotions to keep your home comfortable and safe this winter. Call for your free estimate today. Ask about rebates to $1,650 and low interest, low payment financing. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 662-6846. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLife channel.
And a happy finally Friday. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. Let's start things off where we left off on Wednesday with Wenatchee hosting Eastmont in Big 9 girls bowling at Eastmont Lanes. A back and forth first couple of games. Wenatchee literally struck late to overtake the Wildcats and win 846 to 805, then 838 to 772. Eastmont took the first Baker 179 to 143, but then Panthers came back, won the second Baker 226 to 160. Paul Paiva and I had the call on our broadcast, which will air a week from tomorrow on the NCWLife channel.
Just needs to be a nice throw. Nothing elaborate.
How about this?
There you go. There's the win right there.
4 strikes in a row for Jessica Holbrook, working on a great game here. Ladies switch lanes, and again it'll be
good ball.
Kyla Hankins.
There we go.
Got it.
Now they're even, Steven.
Well, and we're doing this broadcast the day before Thanksgiving on the tape here, and that's a turkey for Kyla Hankins. Kyla, congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this. Your coach has selected you to be the lead bowler for your team, which means you set the tone, you set the pace, and boy, you did pretty well at that today.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking being the first one and having to know what to do kind of, and just set a good example for them so they can figure out what to do too.
Early on in the season, her release was off a little bit, and so we noticed that. We got her out of the lineup early on against whoever we started with, I can't remember. And so we got her over on the JV lanes, and we worked on some things in practice, got her release straightened out, and she has been locked in ever since. And so we like having her at the top. We call her Ice. That's her nickname because she's got ice water in the veins. And you saw that today. And so when she's got her shot right, she sets the tone at the very beginning. We read off her shot. The girls are looking to see how her ball's reacting. And so it's nice to have her at the top and Jessica at the bottom. And so, yeah, it's nice to see her straighten out a little bit.
Wenatchee improved to 3-1 in Big 9 play with a win. Eastmont fell to 2-2. The two teams meet again January 2nd. Of course, all eyes on Pullman today for the 111th Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State. Cougars are ranked 7th in the latest AP poll, 8th in the college football playoff poll. Washington moved up a couple of spots in all the polls to number 16. Game kicking off in just a few moments at Martin Stadium. Forecast at kickoff, breezy, rainy, and in fact, winds up to 20 miles an hour, 34 degrees and rain at kickoff. Well, the Turkey on the Run 5K and 12K were held yesterday at Rotary Park in Wenatchee. Congratulations to Ben's Camellia Mayfield, winner of the 12K run in 44 minutes, 37 seconds. Austin Lane of Wenatchee won the men's 12K in 48 minutes, 31 seconds. In the 5K, McCaleb Eifert of Seattle won the women's side in 21 minutes and 6 seconds. On the men's side, it was East Wenatchee's Jared Barnes taking the first place home, 17 minutes, 50 seconds. They tell us to check the Run Wenatchee Facebook page for more photos today. High school football fans have a chance to watch some fast-paced action tomorrow in the Apple Bowl. The State 1B semifinals kick off with Elmira Cooley Heartline taking on Nacelle at 1 o'clock at Lee-Bofto Field. That'll be followed by Quilcene and Odessa at 4 o'clock. The Wenatchee Wild home for a couple of games here this weekend at the Town Toyota Center. They'll host West Kelowna at the TTC with Feast Giving, a chance to help donate to local food pantries. Puck drops each night, tonight and tomorrow at 7:05. Finally, the Seahawks are on the road at Carolina on Sunday. Seattle 5-5, pretty much must win the rest of the way. Panthers 6-4, trailing New Orleans in the NFC South. Wide receiver Tyler Lockett's having a career season with the Hawks. He has 38 catches, 554 yards, and 7 touchdowns. New offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer says Lockett has the ability to go up and get those 50-50 balls.
I think a lot of credit to him. He knows how to use his body to kind of shield people and hold them off. He plays bigger than you think. Like when you're out here watching him run around, he doesn't maybe look as big, but when you stand back there kind of how we do, and you can actually see him like standing behind the pile and the pocket and stuff, so it's pretty cool how you can see him. But Yeah, I mean, the Detroit play, the Chargers play, he's just got an uncanny ability to kind of hold the guy off at bay. We call it late hands. He kind of shows his hands late, and he's been terrific on those plays. Again, first year being around him, I'm sure he's probably done it maybe before, but I've been pleased by that. But just when you look at the size, you think the big, tall guys are the guys that leap up and take it, but that's not the case. It's all based on fundamentals and your ability to hold them off.
Now, Schottenheimer says he almost sees Lockett as an on-field coach because of his ability to see the game.
Sees the game from the perspective almost of the coaches or of a quarterback. He just sees the game really well. I mean, literally, he's one of the first guys that if something comes off that doesn't look right to us, that I'll go to see, hey, what'd you see there? And he's normally always on it. So maybe growing up, you know, with his dad and having football in his life, but he's just really smart. He's made good decisions for us. So he's never done anything to make us not trust him and believe him. And even that play, that play is not easy to call. You know, the little trick thing is not easy to call unless you trust the guy. And so the reason it worked or didn't work was because we trusted him and he made it right.
Seahawks and Panthers kick off Sunday on Fox at 10 o'clock. That's Sports Summer at Granstrom on the NCW Life channel. Thanks again for showing up for our kickoff for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive today at Hooked on Toys. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host, Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from LocalTel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value LocalTel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Do you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
The NCW Life channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life channel is your local TV station.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Shalom.